Yo, welcome to PTA Sports. I am your host, Pest the Analyst, and today we're going to talk about my thoughts on the New York Football Giants. Now, there were a lot of things that happened between the beginning of offseason and right now. I'm going to try to cover them all as quickly as I possibly can because I don't want this video to last too long. So let's go ahead and start with the offseason. One of the bigger things that happened was the Giants did not re-sign Landon Collins. Now, a lot of people were upset about that move. You know, a lot of people said we let him go for basically nothing. And, honestly, I wasn't upset. I wasn't mad at all about it. Although I really liked what Landon Collins brought to the table as a box safety, he wasn't that great in coverage. If you need somebody to get a million tackles, stop the run, maybe get a sack or two, and maybe even get an interception occasionally, then Landon Collins was your guy. But if you wanted him to cover a tight end, cover a receiver, cover a running back coming out the backfield, he just didn't seem to do that so well. So I'll be honest, I wasn't that upset. The next thing that happened, and this was a huge thing, it blew up the internet and the football world. The Giants went on ahead and they traded Odell Beckham Jr. and Olivier Vernon to get Jabril Peppers, Kevin Zeitler, a first-round draft pick, a third-round draft pick. All right, so I'm not going to lie to you. When I first saw the news about Odell Beckham Jr. being traded, I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to do. And I called a YouTuber that I follow, Chris the Entertainer Talking Sports. I called him up, and I just was like, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know what we're going to do here. This is going to mess up our cap. I was really concerned. And I don't know if I was so concerned about the fact that we had lost Odell Beckham Jr. more than I was concerned about the fact that we had just signed him to this big contract and we're going to take all this dead cap money. That really worried me. Now, in terms of Odell Beckham, listen, you're not going to find a better receiver on the field, all right? He can take a slant 60 yards to the house in a blink of an eye. Crazy one-handed catches, sure-handed. The guy's a beast, all right? But, and there's always going to be a but when you're dealing with me. The fact of the matter is this. He wasn't a good fit for the New York Football Giants. If you are a Giants fan or you know anything about the New York Football Giants, they're a quiet organization, all right? They don't want to have people, on boat trips right before a playoff game in Paris with some white substance and some shorty in the back. That's just not what we do, right? And so it wasn't a good fit. And like a lot of people think that, Dave Gettleman was crazy for making this move. But I'm going to be honest. After kind of calming down and not being emotional about it, I was okay. I was actually okay with it. Yes, we are going to lose such a talent, right? We're not going to be able to probably ever have a talent like Odell Beckham Jr. on our roster again, all right? You can't. You have to admit that. You have to admit the fact that is a real thing in our world. We'll never have another Odell Beckham Jr. again. All right? But at the end of the day, if you're not a good fit, you're not a good fit. And it doesn't matter how good you are. All right? We've seen this in the past where you will have these superstar players and they're on a team and that team doesn't go anywhere. New York Giants. All right? What did we win with Odell Beckham? Like, just being honest, what did we win with him? All right? Sure, we won some games. Yes, we went to a playoff. He took all the receivers on a boat in Miami, and then Green Bay kicked the crap out of us. All right? That's the reality of it. So, like, it is what it is with that. Moving on. When it came to, like, Jabril Peppers, I got to be honest, I was really happy about the fact that we picked him up. Kid's a stud, all right? He is better in coverage, in my opinion. He is just as powerful, just as quick, and just as a short tackler as Landon Collins is. And I think he's going to do just fine here. But here's the most important piece. We got Kevin Zeitler, all right? This is a offensive guard who is one of the best in the league, all right? And I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to football, The trenches is all that matters, all right? Look at the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have one of the best offensive lines in the league. You can put anybody back there. They're going to run for 1,000 yards minimum. Look at the Philadelphia Eagles, all right? They've got a great O-line, and they utilize it, all right, to give their quarterback time and allow their running backs to get yards. Pittsburgh Steelers, all right? You got so many teams who have great offensive lines, and they don't have superstar guys on the outside, but they have really good players. And that is the way that you build a football team, from the inside out. So having Kevin Zeitler, man, I'm going to tell you what, that's going to be a game changer for the New York Giants. Okay, so that big trade happened, right? And then we made a couple of other moves. I'm not going to get into some of these smaller moves. You know, Golden Tate, I like Golden Tate as a receiver. Unfortunately, you know, he's going to miss the first games because he got suspended, because he's taken some substance. I'm not going to speculate on what that all was. It is what it is. He's going for 4 games. All right. So then we go into the draft. Oh, boy. Okay, let's talk about the draft real quick. I was sitting in my house, right? I'm watching the draft, and Josh Allen, the edge rusher, is sitting there. He's prime, ready for us to pick him up. And I'm screaming at my TV, get Josh Allen, get Josh Allen. And then Roger Goodell gets up there, opens up the card, Daniel effing Jones. Oh, I wasn't happy. I was not happy about that pick. I can't lie. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I was all in on Daniel Jones from the beginning. I wasn't, all right? I didn't like the pick. Not because I didn't think he had ability, and not because, you know, I thought we could get him later, which a lot of people say, and nobody knows, okay? Stop pretending like you know when players are going to get drafted, because none of you know unless you're in, you know, the league office, or unless you're in the war room for a team. You don't know. So stop pretending like you do. I'm sick of hearing people talk about that. But anyway, I was upset because I felt like we needed a pass rusher, and we passed on one. Okay, that's what happened, and you know, we had to move on. I wasn't happy with the pick, but I did go and look at as much film as I could on DJ. All right, I looked at a lot of film, and I got to be honest, what I saw, I liked. All right, I liked what this kid can do. I liked, you know, the poise in the pocket. He looks like he belongs. He looks like, you know, he's ready to come on an NFL team and play some ball, all right? I'm still not super duper high on Daniel Jones, okay? But I gotta give credit where credit is due. He came in during the preseason, all right? He had like an 85% passer rating through no interceptions, through 4 touchdowns, got the crap rocked out of him in the game, stood up, dusted himself off, got back up, and threw a touchdown pass. Actually, it wasn't a touchdown pass. It was a quick bomb to the 1-yard line. But even still, when I saw that, I was like, okay, all right, I see what you're doing, DJ. I can get with that. So, okay, we got Daniel Jones. We also got Dexter Lawrence, who is a big body defensive end/defensive tackle in a 3-4. He can play the 0. He can play the 1 technique. He can play the 3 technique. Kid's a big boy. That is a huge cat. And here's the thing. A lot of people talked about the fact that we gave away Snacks, you know, for like a 5th round pick. Well, we got younger at the position because we got someone who is just as big as Snacks, all right, and could potentially, now I'm not going to say that he's going to absolutely be Snacks, okay, but he potentially could be. He could be Snacks. He could be better than Snacks. We don't know. We'll have to see as his career plays out. Then we go ahead and we get Baker, the cornerback. I love that pick, all right. We move back up into the first round of the draft, and we get one of the top corners in the league. In the draft. I was excited. I was really excited about it. I was like, man, this is a good move. This is a smart move to get another cornerback because, you know, we've got Jackrabbit, and Jackrabbit's a stud. People be sleeping on Jackrabbit, but the man is a stud. But we need to get younger at the position. And then as the draft went, we continued to get cornerbacks, and I was kind of confused. Like, do we really need this many cornerbacks? But to be honest, yeah, we do. We need to get better in our defensive backfield, and I really feel like we did that. We got a lot of young, talented guys who are going to come in. They're going to have some growing pains. They're going to probably have a rough rookie year, all right? I have a feeling that our secondary is probably going to get torched on multiple occasions this season. But you know what? It is what it is. That's the way the game goes. So I'm not mad, right? We'll see what these kids can do. Also, I'm really high on Oshane Ximines, or as they call him, the X-Man. I think this kid from Old Dominion, he's going to be solid. All right, so I'm going to skip some people in the draft. I'm not going to go too deep in it because this video is going to be longer than I anticipated, but that's okay. I'll chop it up, and there may be a part 1 and a part 2, whatever. All right, let's talk quickly about the preseason. Okay, this preseason was weird. This preseason was weird because there were not a lot of starters playing. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. The Giants kind of did it too. I was happy that we rested Saquon. We didn't play him many snaps in the preseason. I think Evan Ingram got like 2 snaps in the preseason. That was kind of weird, but whatever. But it was it was a weird preseason because it's really hard to judge, where your talent is when you're seeing backups to the backups, and cats that ain't going to make the 53. But overall, I watched every game of the preseason. It's a little difficult because I'm out of the market, but I was able to watch 2 of the games on NFL Network. I was able to record the other 2 games and watch them not live on NFL Network via DVR, and I like what I saw. So from the standpoint of the preseason, thumbs up. You can see that there is a change in the culture, and change in culture in football is super important. It is important to have a good culture and a good locker room, because the moment culture gets bad, people stop trying. All right. Yes, I know. These are individuals who get paid millions of dollars to play a game, right? The millions of dollars should be motivating enough. But sometimes players get complacent, we're losing. This isn't good. We don't see a future or a light at the end of the tunnel. We're going to just phone it in. But I don't see that right now with the Giants. Now, obviously, it's preseason. Everybody's excited. Everybody's amped up. People trying to make the roster. It is what it is. But if you look at us last year, all right, we were out of the playoff running about halfway through the season, and players were still playing hard. That was the beginning of the shift in the culture. So I'm happy with the preseason. Made some interesting moves come cut day and waiver wire. I'm not going to get real deep into who we picked up because, those guys are at the bottom of the roster. I was a little sad that Alonzo Russell got the boot. I think he played hard. I really hope that he ends up on another squad. If that happens, best believe that I'll be paying attention to him to see what he does. Because, kid's got hustle and he's got heart, and you can see that. So good luck to him. I hope everything goes well. So let's just quickly talk about this upcoming game. I'm going to be intensely watching this game, not because I think the Giants are going to win, because I don't. I'm going to be watching because I just want to see what this team does against one of the top teams in the league. I hate to call the Dallas Cowboys one of the top teams in the league, but I'm an honest guy, all right? And right now, Cowboys is one of the top teams, at least in the NFC, all right? It's between them and the Eagles to win a division. So I want to see what this team is capable of. I'm really excited about watching this O-line play. I was a defensive lineman, and I'm a defensive line coach and a defensive coordinator. I've done both of those roles as a coach, so I'm really interested in seeing what happens in the trenches. I think on the outside we'll be okay because We don't have super huge big names. As I said earlier, Golden Tate, he's suspended. But we got Sterling Shepard. We got Evan Ingram. We got Benny Fowler. All right. Cody Latimer. So we've got some guys on the outside that I think can do really well. But I don't see us winning this game. But I hope that the Giants are able to play it close. I really want to see what this defense can do against Dak Prescott and Zeke and Amari Cooper. They got Jason Witten back. His old ass is getting ready to be out there on the field. I'm not really sure what he's going to be doing. But, I mean, that's a good offense, and I want to see if we can stop him. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I'm pretty sure that this is probably way longer than I'm allowed to post on YouTube. I'm going to probably have to chop this up. It is what it is. No big deal. But thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. All right. Like I said, I'm going to do as many videos as I can when I have the time. I've got a full day job, and I've got a wife who wants to spend time with me. But I will come in here and we will talk Giants as much as possible. So with that being said, appreciate you guys. Deuces.